Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It is time, our first ever national championship scouting game on the channel. This is a new series here, and we are on the mod NCAA Next 23, running on the NCAA 06, of course. And today, we got a lot of people are going to be looking at. And as they trot out onto the field there, this is their chance. These kids have never played in more of a big-time game in their lives. And you want to leave it all on the field here today because you could really solidify a first-round pick in the MFL by doing good in just this game alone. And showing Jonah Wolf there, there's a reason why as we get it started. He is the best player on the field. That's what analysis have said. So we'll be keeping our eyes out, and that's never good. Seeing an injury first play, and there was Cap Keister, guy that we're going to be watching. He is going to be trying to solidify a spot in the MFL, and he actually ends up trucking his own teammate there and hurting him. So we'll see what they have here in the opening drive. It's a handoff to Cap Keister up the gut. He's got space, fighting in first down. That was a 15-yard run. They're going to give him 14 on the carry. All right, here we go now. At quarterback for Oklahoma, it is Benjamin Lane. This guy is said to be the second best, as that was a nice catch by tight end John Skaggs. Later handoff to Keister again. So we're going to be keeping our eyes out for the Oklahoma squad. Number 48 on defense, Colin Riddle. As right there, they're going to connect to Barnes there, number 2. Under pressure throw, still, on the run it looked like, and he's going to get it. We'll be keeping our eyes out, though, for obviously Cap Keister starting at halfback right there. He actually could have caught that one as well. He got a good little block there on number 27 and extended the play. Of course, number 87. There's 2 number 87 tight ends for some reason as Cap Keister goes up the gut. But we will be keeping our eyes out for him. That is John Skaggs as well. He is eligible for the MFL draft. So these guys are playing for, a spot to raise their draft stock, and of course to win a national championship. I mean, just to say that you've won that is going to boost your draft stock a little bit here. As Keister this time struggling to find a hole, nothing really to go, and it will be a short gain if anything at all. Benjamin Lane gonna step back this time, scrambles to the right side. Second time he's done that, and he's gonna connect. And there's a difference. So we got to pay attention. Not every time we see 87 doesn't mean it's James Skaggs. We got to make sure we're reading the back of that jersey there. But, I picked, personally, I got USC. I feel like their defense is just too good. But I don't know. Maybe I made the wrong decision, and Cap lays out for it. You got to do better than this. That's a no-go. For the USC defense, keep your eyes out for number 99. That is Cap Keister's brother, Dax Keister. And also watch out for number 30, Gavin Green. Now that, speaking of number 99, that right there is not a highlight reel you want to be on. He had some questions about his coverage, and, well, we see him drop back in coverage again. This time, just not, tries to make that's one of those plays where it's either going to be your highlight or it's going to be the other player's highlight, and unfortunately, yeah, it didn't work out too good for Dax right there. We'll be rewatching that, I'm sure, come draft day, but not a good play. So USC actually finds himself down here. Jonah Wolf finds Ford, one of his favorite targets there, and he'll stumble short of the sticks there just by a little. But yeah, Jonah Wolf is said to go number 1 in the upcoming draft. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about and you just clicked on this video, all these players that are playing right now on the field are trying to earn a spot in my Madden 24 franchise draft for season 1 draft. We're going to be doing this each year and picking the best college players from this series. This is just our first national championship game. So this is the top of the top for players and names and things like that. So they can really affect their draft status here by performing well. And that's Melvin Blake And there's Sean Townsend over Gavin Green. All these guys eligible. And Gavin Green was said to have good man coverage from scouts. But we see here, I don't know. Maybe he played a little too aggressive there, and he got beat by Sean Townsend. Now here's a dump down to McGree, and good tackle, open field tackle. Melvin Blake, though, number 30, he's said to be the better running back of the two between him and Cap Keister, but right now we've seen it go the other way. That's a little more up to for debate than Jonah Wolf versus Benjamin Lane, because Jonah Wolf by far is the #1 pick. You know, and here again, Gavin Green, I think he was in a zone this time. He does get exposed and beat there, though. It was one-on-one, and he got exposed. He got beat by none other than Sean Townsend again. Cap Keister fighting! Cap Keister showing some muscle. We talked about him in last episode about, you know, he doesn't play like his father did. You know, he's more of an elusive, taking it to the outside of the numbers kind of running back. So far, I'm seeing power in this man, and he's running it up the gut, breaking tackles, and another first down. Right now, it's been all Cap Keister. 8 attempts, 48 yards. Oh my goodness. 1st and 10, ball at the 40. This time, play action. Benjamin Lane gonna try and get a highlight. Oh! James Skaggs gets crushed, and that's not his fault. That's a bad placed ball by Benjamin Lane. There was no reason for him to have to take a hit like that, but now gonna go back to him. I believe that's him, and decent catch. You see the numbers, though. Benjamin Lane's holding his own against Jonah Wolf here, but this time he's going down, and it's none other than Jared Collar, a guy who is eligible for the MFL draft. But where will he go? Well, he just got a sack, and now the world knows his name. So I'll tell you right now, his draft stock definitely just went up. He crushed Benjamin Lane. Ben didn't have a chance there. And now we'll have to see them punt it away. So Jonah Wolf taking back over here. Quick slant, nice catch, and easy, simple. Solid gain there to set up a 2nd and 3. We'll get to see how Jonah Wolf does, you know, on his 2-minute drills. Play action. Guy wide open, not going to miss it, and that is B. Hilliard, number 2. He is actually eligible for the draft as well. A little bit of backstories to come, but there's Gavin Green. Now, that's one thing we do know. Gavin Green is a very good tackler. He's very good at open field tackling, but I think he's been a little bit exposed here as far as his coverage for man and zone. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But 2nd and 3 here. What are they going to have to do to stop this pass game? Oklahoma seems to be struggling there. One thing they're not struggling is they're not struggling to stop number 30. They've done pretty good so far today. When he does get the ball, they're kind of stuffing it. On that, there's Duncan with a tackle right there. He's eligible. Keep your eyes on that left guard, number 72, because all eyes on him. Garrett Johnson. He's a very good run blocker, but it's just not working, right? You got 4 other guys there trying to get it done, but he is said to be a 1st rounder, possibly number 72 there. He's a solid blocking guard, and see what he does there. He helps the center on that play, and oh, Jonah Wolf somehow throws it across body. That's catchable right there. You have the lead going into halftime if you make that catch, and you see Jonah Wolf being a team player going over to his wide receiver and saying, don't worry about it. Act as if it didn't happen. We're going into the locker room. It never happened. It's okay. Just as soon as you drop a pass like that, you got to forget about it, or it's going to haunt you for the rest of the game, and that's just Jonah Wolf showing, you know, what a good teammate he can be. And sometimes that can't be hard, you know, that can be hard to do, but Jonah Wolf really impressing me so far, personally, here. And USC gets the ball at halftime, so we'll see what they can do with it. Oh, toe-tapping catch from B. Hilliard. And they will mark it as a catch. So now it's Blake. No, Jonah Wolf keeping it. Under pressure. He's going to connect to his tight end, and first down. So far, Jonah Wolf is really living up to all the expectations. He's set so many college football records. during his career. This will be his last game in a college uniform, and he's making the most out of it. There's another catch there by Sean Townsend. And yeah, this is definitely a passing offense. Going deep, showing the arm, and it's caught! You've got to be kidding me. What a pass by Jonah Wolf. And this is why he is said to be the #1 overall pick going into the year 1 draft. Because he does things like this. This will be on his highlight reel. Look at that spiral. There's no doubt about it. You just watched history unfold here on the channel. Jonah Wolf, remember the name. He is really living up to the name. And now it's Cap Keiser going to take it back. His team now down for the first time today. See how they respond here. They've been leaning on the run, but maybe do you open up the pass a little bit? No, you're not. You're going to hand it back to Cap Keiser, and this time we have a little bit of brother versus brother here. As Dak Keiser finally gets a hold of his own blood right there and puts him down for a loss of 1 on the play. But they're going to continue to go to the ground this time, breaking 1 and fighting through, making it 3rd and manageable here. I'm going to tell you, Cap Keiser has really shown power today. I did not expect to see this from this kid here today, and he is now in the zone. He's feeling it. Skaggs in motion. Play action. I like this. Benjamin Lane got a guy wide open, and it's broken up. In and out of the hands of, you guessed it, none other than John Skaggs. I may have called him James Skaggs earlier. That was his father who played in the MFL. Very good tight end, and you can tell John Skaggs is he's having issues. He's feeling the pressure of the big game today. This, I'm telling you. Oh no. Well, hold on. Hold that thought. Oh no, it's Melvin. Oh my goodness. Wow. You gotta be kidding me. Melvin Blake. Melvin Shaken Blake is what they call him. You know, he's been struggling on the run game, so he says, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to do it my own way. I'm going to score on special teams and really put this game, you know. Also, look at this. Cap Keiser trying to find his brother out there on special teams, and he does. And he tries to block him, but Dak kind of just goes right through him. Uh-oh, Benjamin Lane showing his legs here. He can run. Oh, and he gets crushed. He's not known for running that much, but he can, and he picks up a nice gain right there. Sets up 1st and 10. Oklahoma now is kind of feeling the pressure here. Yeah, you know, you haven't scored since the opening drive. Cap Keiser breaks off 1. He's cutting to the outside. He likes to do this after first contact, and he does it there successfully, and he's going to have a lot of highlights here. He's doing really good. This time to the fullback, not going to work. USC has a top 5 defense in the nation, and they're showing it right now. Hand off to Cap Keiser. They've had no answer for him, but on the rare occasion, they can do that right there. Now Oklahoma, this is a hard call. You know, do you punt it here? You know, I don't know. Me as a head coach, I'm thinking you got to go for it. You know, either you're gonna win big or you're gonna lose big. But one thing you don't want to do is kick it to Blake here, and they make sure of that. So that was a smart call there. But wow. Oh, play action. Big. Oh, Jonah Wolf got crushed there. I don't know who that was on the pressure, but whoever it was got to him quickly and hit him hard. And now Jonah Wolf is 13 out of 16. Only missed 3 passes today. Steps back. Pressure coming. He's going to dump it down. Bad decision. That's not like him, but he does throw it into like triple man coverage, and it is an interception. I'm sure he wants that one back. So now Oklahoma's back in this game. They got to do something with it now. They're not leaving the run game, which, I think there's still time to involve it, but you got to start passing it as well. Benjamin Lane dumps it down, and that's a tackle. Is that Skaggs? I think it could be. I'm not sure, but don't know why they allow the same numbers. It's kind of weird. Anyways, Cap Keiser misses the hole there. He should have cut in. That's the tendency of him wanting to hit the outside there. You can tell. If he would have hit the inside, it would have been a 1st down in my opinion, but this is a very rough you got to go for it here, right? You got to go for this. The national championship game is on the line. It's 4th and 1. If I'm the head coach, I'm handing it to Cap Keister just because he's really been the only thing you've had to work so far, and that's exactly what they do, and he picks it up and more as he drags number 2 about 3 yards, 4 yards extra. It's now 1st and 10. And time is now officially against you. You got to hand it out. Play action. Go in deep. James Skaggs. No. In and out of his hands. It's another drop in the big time game. That is going to kill his draft stock. That is like the 3rd drop today. But this one, that could have stopped them from winning this game. I mean, that right there was a touchdown. And he dropped it. And the next pass was another bomb down the field. No defensive pass interference there. Called on the play, so it stands. 4th and 10, game on the line. And they're actually 2 for 2. Can they keep the perfect day on 4th down? Benjamin Lane feeling the pressure. Horrible pass. Incomplete. And USC has the ball. Can USC put it away? Hand it off to Shakin' Blake. It's his job to put this 6 feet under. Question is, can he do it? 3rd and 3. No play action. Jonah Wolf throwing it as he got hit, and he finds his tight end. What a pass! You've got to be kidding me. Jonah Wolf. He had that one mistake today, but besides that, has played a perfect game. And now his hand to Shakin' Blake. Oh, 72 with a pancake block, like 15, 20 yards down the field. And sets USC up to run the clock out. What a finish. This was kind of a dominating performance by the USC squad here today. I do think Oklahoma's offense had some parts where it looked good, but overall, there's no debating. USC is the best team in year number 1 of this series. And now they will be celebrating. So congratulations to Jonah Wolf, to Nathan Jennings, Colin Riddles, Marquise Clayton, Duncan, Gavin Green. I just read off the losing team. I'm so sorry. I'm a horrible commissioner. Could you imagine? Like, oh my God, I feel horrible. And there it is, the first ever national championship game, national championship scouting game. Let me know who do you guys think stuck out. There's a few players that were, are MFL eligible in this one. Jonah Wolf was one of them. I think he solidified his spot. Going number 1 most likely. He did have that one interception, but beside where he kind of made a mistake there, but overall I think he did good. Ultimately, I'm not affecting where these guys go. You are. And my subscriber is at Keister, good buddy of mine nowadays, is going to be customizing their attributes to how they played on the field and what how good their stats were and things like that. And ultimately, yeah, that's how it's going. But I'm also looking at them as well and deciding, are they a risk? Do I want to take them? And I think Jonah Wolf is an easy 1st round pick with your number 1 pick. Like, he looks really good. Melvin Blake, didn't get to see much of him. He looked like he kind of struggled a little bit, hitting the holes correctly. Sean Townsend did pretty well. B. Hilliard was pretty quiet. Dave Dunbar. Jarrett Johnson looks to be the best guard, I would think, going into the draft for year 1. We'll see. I think he looks really good though. In my opinion, he kind of stuck out a lot. He had a lot of pancake blocks, especially there at the end. He had a really good one. Dak Keister was pretty quiet today. He was all over the field. He had so many chances where he had a chance to get a big play. Unfortunately, I don't think this game personally helps his draft stock. I don't think it damages it either. I just think he's probably still hovering around a 3rd rounder. And you know, in my opinion, I thought he was going to prove that he could get to the quarterback today, and he didn't get that. He didn't get to do it, man. And part of it is because Cap Keister has some actually good blocking, good pickup blocking, which really surprised me today for him being a little bit smaller. But that Keister definitely, you know, though he's strong, he's got to learn finesse and technique, I think, getting to the quarterback. This being his first time playing at edge, maybe that affected him. But overall, not a good showing for, you know, proving anything here. I do think he's still around a 3rd rounder. Looking at that side of the ball. Now moving over to the winners, or excuse me, I'm sorry, the losers of the game. I think Benjamin Lane is actually his name. He's called Ben Lane, but Benjamin Lane, I think, you know, I don't know. I don't think he, you know, is outside of the 1st round. I still think he is a 1st round quarterback in my opinion personally, but I don't think he is as good going in that before this game, now after this game, because this game means a lot. This is going to be our only highlights that we have of these players, you know, so you really need to perform well. We're going to be looking at this game when we do look back at highlights, and a good example of someone taking advantage of that is Cap Keister. I think his draft stock has shot up tremendously. He's shown what it's like to have your father be such a big player and then step into that and say, hey, there's still room for improvement, Pops. I think I could do better. I think today is the first step to that. You know, this is going to be his college highlights, and I think, you know, like, he took advantage at full swing. He had 15 attempts, 75 yards. He didn't get into the end zone. I'm sure you know, that stings a little bit, but I mean, 11 broken tackles, after first hit yards 56. I think he's gonna be okay with his performance, you know. James Skaggs, it's the opposite. A lot of drops I've seen, where I will say one thing I liked about James Skaggs was his route running. He was really good at getting open and putting his body in the position to catch the ball. It's just he had some big drops today, and they mean so much more when this is going to be your only game. I do think Skaggs' draft stock had to kind of go down there a little bit, in my opinion. I don't know. We'll see. Gavin Mean Green, this guy got beat today, and he got beaten a lot of man, it looked like. You know, I don't know. It's not going to show up on the stat sheet of passes he allowed, but we all seen it. We all know if you paid attention to the game at all. I do think he was flying around the field, and he's a good tackler like we knew, but you know, man, I don't know. I think personally, I gotta say his draft stock went down just a tad bit, just a little bit, tad bit. Jennings got 2 tackles, pretty quiet though, from what I seen. Colin Riddle, just a tackle on the board. It can be hard for defense, you know, especially in these shorter quarters to get on the board. That's why I don't think they should get too hit by their performances here. But Brad Duncan, all these guys I'm listing, by the way, are going to be guys that are in the draft for sure. Now, the next season will no longer have real player names in them, and so every player that we're looking over could have a chance to get into the league, into the draft for my Madden 24 franchise. So yeah, just keep that in mind. We'll see how they do, man. It's gonna be interesting to see when the time finally does come for that first draft in my Madden 24 franchise. It'll be the players from today's game that we will be talking about the most come that draft day. That is, of course, a long ways away, but I'm still so excited for it. It all starts here. We're building the foundation of the franchise, right? With the future of the league right here in this series. So it's going to be very fun. And so what's going to happen is we'll end this episode here, and then the next episode it'll be a look of the results of season 2, and then we'll hop into that national championship. We'll get to know the players and you know what their journey was to get to the game, obviously, and we'll get to know both the sides of the ball, you know, both teams, and then we'll hop into that game and watch that. So basically every episode is going to be a season, so that should be, you know, interesting for you guys to, you know, get to see rapid you know, years go through the mod here for NCAA next. And also we should be able to get enough seasons and enough draft pools to have a lot of these characters be in my Madden 24 franchise. We should have every draft be customized, which is going to be amazing for Madden 24. Just the, you know, difference between, you know, other content on the platform should be a very good year this year for that. So I'm very excited for this. I think this is gonna be really awesome. I can't wait to see what Keister cooks up. And thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you thought of the game. I thought it was a pretty good game. Maybe we'll bump it up to 5 minutes, but for now I think that was good enough. I think there's chances for the teams to score, and you know, they just sometimes they didn't, or they turned the ball over when they shouldn't have, and it was still an interesting game to me personally. So I don't know, you guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.